Listen, I don't know if you've been under a rock or you just have no clue about what's going on. But in case you don't know, there is quite a lot of things happening in this country right now. A lot. Some things may not affect you. Some things very much will affect you. However, when it is all said and done, what you must know is that everything outside of us, ideologies, beliefs, regiments, we don't control. We don't control anything outside of us. What we do control is who we are in the situation, who we are at the end of the situation. We control that. So I'm saying this because with all the news and all the negative perceptions and ideas that's circling around this internet, right? And not just the internet, even in real life reality, all this stuff can cause you to start panicking, to start becoming a worry bee, to start having anxiety. And I understand that it is scary, that it's frightening, that change, when it's just implemented with no involvement from you, and it can affect your whole livelihood. I get it, and I understand why the fear is there. However, you have to remember, fear is allowed. However, fear cannot drive. It cannot dictate what you do, how you do, and when you do anything. So be very mindful of what you're taking in every day, right? Like, what are you looking down your feed, and what are you watching? What are you consuming? What information are you allowing into your psyche every day? If you are a person who is easily moved, and you would like to be more resilient, you would like to have the ability to think bigger and be strong-minded, then limit what you're watching. Because there's so much going on that you will find yourself in a circle of all kind of negativity. Oh my God, I might lose this. I might not have this. Like, this gonna change. That's gonna, like, it's a lot. So when there's things like this happening, you need to hone your focus in on what is important to you. So things look bad, and they are bad. However, everything in life has purpose. Everything in life has something out of it that is for the greater good in some capacity. And you may not see it right away. Most people don't see it right away. You know, it's always that hindsight 2020. But imagine if you can go through these circumstances and be in it, but able to see what the good was in it. Like, imagine that. I was telling my husband, like, people see things, they say, oh, hindsight 2020, I realized that, you know, that situation caused me to be over here, and it made things possible for me this way, and I was able to be this kind of person. But imagine what it's like to go through things with that awareness. It's going to work out for you in the future. Imagine what that would be like. You would go through it different. You will have more of appreciation of what you're doing in the process. The process is important. And it don't always feel good, right? So right now, it don't feel good to go on your news feed and you see all these videos and you see all this stuff. You all know that negative information catches fire fast. You know that already. So the more you consume it, the more you're going to see more and more and more of it. But it's like, I can't I wish for anybody listening to me right now, if you are a person who struggles with maybe anxiety and you don't know, like when things are changing, you don't like change. And so when change happens, you begin to panic. I wish for you to have peace in the chaos. I wish for you to be able to see like through the clutter, like to see through the clutter, right? So let me give you an example. Before a house is built, the house is all its materials. They are in shambles. It's just a mess. There's a house being built right over here, and it's just garbage flying everywhere. Trash everywhere, right? But once the house is done being constructed, you can never tell the process it went through and when you see it finished. When you ride down the street, you see a beautiful house, you look at it, oh my God, that's so beautiful. But you didn't see the beginning of the process or the middle. You saw the end of it. So I pray that you have peace in this chaos. There's a movie called World War Z with Brad Pitt, if you haven't seen it. And it's about a zombie apocalypse or whatever. And in this one scene, there is a kid, when all the zombies get over the wall, there's this kid who crouches down and puts his head down like this. And all the zombies they go run past him. They run past him. They don't even detect him, right? And I was thinking about that because I was like, wow, like that really correlates to what I'm thinking about. If we able to cover our ears and put our head down and all the information that's fluttering around us, it can go past us too. It may affect, how you work, your money, where you do it at, but there's still ways to calm out the noise. If you're able to focus and maybe instead of panicking, you can go in there and write, hey, you know what? If I no longer can be in this area working, maybe I can do this. Maybe it can something like, like anything. If you can change the way you see the situation, even if it affects you, if you can do that, I'm telling you, it's just something that I wish more of us had. Now, don't get me wrong. We are all affected in some capacity with what's happening in the world, right? In the country. However, you don't have to be like the majority and you don't have to panic about everything all the time. There are going to be days when you look at the situation, you're like, you know what? How can I see the good in this? Yeah, what can I extract from this, right? So sometimes in life, you have to go, not even sometimes, in life, you have to be put in the pit. You got to be put in the valley to make you see different and put the fire under your butt. So right now, the fire is under our butt. So now all the time you've been playing around about what this idea you had, and you've been thinking about playing small, and you still stuck to golden handcuffs. Now it's like, okay, now you got a choice. You have a real choice. How you gonna show up? Okay, so with that, just be mindful. What did I title this video? I think I titled it, keep the mess out. Guard your ears, but be very watchful with your eyes, right? So guard your ears. And if you're seeing too much of the junk everywhere, scroll past it. And maybe instead of scrolling on social media, how about you take the time right now and let's pick up a book. Let's listen to a podcast or an audiobook or something. Because what got us here at this point is not going to be what gets us to the next level in the next point, right? You got to do something different. You got to show up different. But it requires you to be active in your pursuit, right? Some people can see this as an opportunity. Others will see it as a negative situation. And there are people who see both, right? So you do see on one hand, this is bad. However, it's also an opportunity. So I invite you to seek the opportunity in the chaos, right? And I'm not saying like, capitalize, but leverage it some type of way. Leverage it. You know, you may have something you've been working on, or you have something you've been wanting to do for a while, and now you have to choose if it's going to be now or is it going to be never. So, please guard your ears and be mindful of what you consume. Don't let all this mess take you down, especially if you know that you are prone to falling apart very easily. Like, figure out what it is that you need. Figure out first who you are. Find out what kind of awareness that you need. If you out this whole time you notice that, man, I don't know myself enough. I'm not aware of how I'm reacting right now. Why am I panicking? Why am I like having things go like, the news is not good. Like, stop watching it. Stop watching it. Whatever's meant for you to find out, you gonna find out. Somebody gonna tell you, but stop watching the news. Okay? And another thing, why are we surprised? Again, we don't control anything outside of us. So everything that is going on is not a surprise. Okay? So, hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. May you have a strong mind, a strong will, and be resilient. And I will see you in the next video. Because we're not doing this in 2025. We're not doing this. Okay? Comment below your takeaway. Let me know if this did it dig in you? Did it really get in there? Right? Did it trigger something? Okay. And with that, I will see you in the next one.